Hello Hattrickers, welcome to episode 78 of Let's Play Hattrick in San Marino with Intercalvajeo. This week we start by looking at the senior training, and even though we didn't have a lot of pops this week, I still want to show you guys the sheet of the players here. We have a few indications of the stamina training set to 22% is going in the right direction, since Yusuf Kosa and Kotatko popped to excellent stamina this week, and we are expecting to see Sonati pop to excellent next week as well. But let's take a look at the sheet. It's been a while since the last episode, and we'll see that we have now two of the playmakers at magnificent playmaking, Francioni and Sonati, and I'm sure Camallini is quite close to popping in playmaking as well. Belgiano at excellent, and Igor Becker also moving upwards towards passable playmaking here. We do see Camallini dropping just below HCMS 28-2000 here, but he'll be above that as soon as he pops again. So that's interesting to see. Sonati now 21 years of age. Francioni will have his birthday next week. I'm fairly pleased with the way these guys look at the moment. It's time for this week's scouts call, and yeah, we'll get them all at once. So let's see what Bellini, Risaliti and Primo Roman has for us this week. All of them are 16 years old. Let's see. Boldrini, he's quick. He's got a passable scoring potential. I think we go with the quick player here and recruit him. 16 years and 57 days. We'll probably sack this player right away simply because he'll be too old to provide any income or anything useful for our cycle going forward. Goodbye to Flavio Boldrini. In the youth training department, we have great news about Riccardo Bonifazzi. He is now passable winger, passable defender, and we'll have to see if we can do much more than just finishing his winger and his defending, but hopefully there's a little extra to see on this player. As you can tell, his unpredictable spec hasn't been revealed by the trainer yet, but luckily we have knowledge that he is unpredictable. If we look at the player page here and find Bonifazzi, it's right there coming from the Hattrick Youth Club, so that's very nice. Let's just see how the lads actually did in the last match we played against Young Pharmacia, trained by the Under-21's national team coach in Denmark. Let's look at the star ratings here. Bonifazzi 5 stars, and we are also looking to see if we can finish Leo Greco here. He's 16 years and 62 days. Head specialty, passable scoring, passable playmaker. Hopefully someone will pick up this guy as well, so perhaps a little profit potential in the youth academy these days. We certainly hope so, because as I've said so many times during this cycle, we are on a super tight budget and we want to make as much profit as possible from any sources really. Let's cross our fingers that someone actually needs this guy by the time we can promote him in 50 days. Back when we first started Intercalvajeo, we bought 4 players to train as wingers. I found them here: Julio Mercado, Tully, Jensen Odom and Delio Minarelli, simply because I wanted to make a little segment where we focus on where are they now. So let's take a look at Delio Minarelli. Nowadays he has a TSI of 132,000. Currently he seems to be continuing his work as a winger, playing for a team called Football Club de Igni, and he's performing 7.5 stars in the most recent match, and certainly looks like he's being trained quite well. Jensen Odom actually got to play 5 matches for the Under-21 national team for Uganda. A TSI of 122,000. He plays as an inner midfielder towards the wing probably for his club CD Galiza. Pretty nice to see one of the players actually getting to play at the Under-21's national team. Tully is playing for AFC Mortal Kombat. Pretty decent TSI of 148,530. He's currently playing as a wingback for his team now, 6.5 stars, but the TSI seems to indicate that he is being trained still. Pretty nice to see these players. The final player is Julio Mercado, and it doesn't look like he's being trained all that often anymore. He plays for Rapizzi and played 8 stars as a winger for 70 minutes in his last match. A little sad to see he isn't being trained, but 3 out of 4 is pretty nice. The 3 other players look like they are certainly becoming quite solid players. One thing that would definitely make the adventure here in San Marino a little more interesting for me would be if we could get Sonati on the Under-21's national team. And in the final round, San Marino Under-21s needed a good result against Slovakia. And luckily, they did come through with a 2-2 draw. They were down 2 goals after just 9 minutes. But in the end, and in the overtime even, they prevailed with a draw. And they qualified for the World Cup directly by finishing in the top 4 of the Group D. So we are looking forward to see San Marino participate in the first round of the World Cup, and hopefully there'll be a chance for Zanotti to join the team. Let's just take a look at Zanotti, and we do know that he is not the most usual player to get called up for a place in the squad, but hopefully they'll need a offensive central defender, something along those lines in the squad. At least he's a prospect for now. We're crossing our fingers they will need him during the campaign. We did hire a form coach as well as making an adjustment to the training in order to accommodate for the stamina needs on the under-21s national team, so hopefully Zanotti gains a chance during the next season or so in the World Cup. In League Round 10, we played against FC Marmande, and I made a total mess of things with the lineup in this one. Bladowski, our keeper, played at right wing, and for some reason, I really can't explain what happened in this one. A total blooper on my end, and luckily for me, Camallini, Zanotti and Frangioni did gain training in the league match this week. Fast forward to round 11 and a lucky point for us in the match against Berlin United. We were lucky to see two central chances missed from Berlin United, and for some reason they chose to press in this match, and I'm quite sure that had Berlin United just played a counter, no matter what defenders they lined up with, they had probably won this match. So a lucky point for us. A pretty good match in that regard, but we were unlucky with Belchiguano. He did get an injury. Hopefully he'll be able to play some minutes in the friendly in the midweek match and get a full training share this week, even though he got injured. In the league, that means we are now down to 5th, and that's something we want to change in the final 3 games. So let's just see what our chances are to do exactly that in the final 3 matches of this season. So in the next round we play the unknowns, and we will have to beat our league colleague in Denmark, Stenhøj, in order to get through there. AC Marmande awaits in week 13, and in the final round of the season we will play BKS Union Belize. So we have everything to play for in the final 3 rounds. Let's just have a quick look and see that our confidence is down at RHedberg. So that 7-0 loss against Marmande really hurt our chances, but I hope that we can turn it around and finish strongly in the end of the season. That's all for this week's episode. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like to follow Intercalvajeo on our continued journey, hopefully up through the league system in San Marino. Take care and have a great week. Bye.